What is good? What is good, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in on today's live stream. And I wanted to just say thank you guys for tuning in again. Got a few people in the building already. What's good? I am your host, Jay. The YouTube channel is called Tripping with Jay. So I appreciate you guys coming in to the live. And I wanted to make a special announcement. Tomorrow, we are going to do a wrap up of Bangkok and Pattaya, Thailand that I'm saving for tomorrow so I can do it with some additional company, right? So we got a couple more people that are going to join the live stream with us and make jokes and give their perspective about Bangkok and Pattaya. So I'm saving that for tomorrow. And today, we want to address not only my crash out kind of in Vietnam, right? And the reasonings behind it, and also we can talk about a little bit about Seoul, South Korea. So if you guys didn't know, I just came back from a Southeast Asia trip to Thailand, Vietnam, and South Korea. And I wanted to just touch on the two cities that I visited in Vietnam and South Korea. So I want to give my review to a degree and show you guys some unreleased clips from upcoming vlogs so you guys can kind of get a glimpse into what each city kind of looks like and stuff to do as well. So if I tell you what I did, you guys can kind of copy my itinerary or at least jot some notes down on like what to do in these particular cities, because not a lot of YouTubers that look like me, and I'm not like a guy to talk about like race or anything, but there aren't a lot of YouTubers that look like me that have been to Da Nang or made vlogs about Da Nang, right? There are a few that I actually know personally, right? And then there's Seoul, South Korea. Haven't seen too many people that look like me be in Seoul, South Korea and make vlogs out there. So yeah, I was really interested in going to Da Nang for the beaches, right? In my crash out video, kind of on my live stream, I was like, wait a minute. Da Nang is supposed to be like the Miami of Vietnam or Southeast Asia. And when I got there, the first night, it literally was like monsoon, like super monsoon season, right? Because I knew going in, I'm like, hey, it's going to be the tail end of monsoon season and the weather won't be great. I knew that going in, but I did not know that the first night it was going to be literally raining like crazy. It was going to be super windy, super cold. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like rain to just come for like 10 minutes and then stop. And then we get a clear day for the whole rest of the day. And you can kind of enjoy the beach, enjoy the Malakon or the boardwalk in English, right? So I thought it was going to be like that because I wanted like a nice relaxing vacation in Vietnam and kind of relax and not really record too much content like I did in Thailand. I recorded so much content in Thailand. It was like I almost didn't have a chance to really enjoy my vacation to a degree. But in Vietnam, I was planning to just like relax and chill, but I didn't have an opportunity to do any of that because the weather was so bad and that there wasn't much content I really could record in Vietnam. But what I did get, I'm going to show you guys what I got from Vietnam. So really quick, let me see, let me share this. So this is the Dragon Bridge in Da Nang, Vietnam. And this is one of the main tourist attractions out there. And this is going to be a part of an upcoming vlog. So it's not color graded, it's not optimized or anything, but I just wanted to show you guys what it really was out there. And it was crazy rain. Like this is a taste of the weather that we had during the time that I was out there. I think like right here. Okay, so this is like it blows fire right on the bridge, right? This is the main attraction that people kind of go to Da Nang for, and they like it to a degree. It's cool, but when it's raining, it's kind of crazy. So I had to rush to get there because they only do it on the weekends. They'll only do it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I recorded this on a Sunday, and you guys may have seen it as a live stream as well on YouTube. But I had my Osmo Pocket in the same hand as my phone, and I was recording this in 4K. What's good, man? We got a couple of chats. I want to just address that real quick. Kevin from Lakeland, Florida. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you tuning into the live. And salute, I'm coming to check out Da Nang. Yes, go check out Da Nang, but make sure 100% the weather is going to be A1 and it's not monsoon season. No matter what you think is going to be in monsoon season, it's going to be completely different. I promise you that. Make sure you go during like a good weather period of the year. So I recommend going probably January to maybe like March or April to get to really good weather if you want to. But when are you going, Jehovah? When are you going? But yeah, that's the fire bridge. So when you first get to Da Nang, if you're only there for a week and you arrive on a Friday or Saturday, make sure to make your way down to the Dragon Bridge so you can see the fire. I think it's at 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 9 p.m. local time there in Da Nang. So make sure you go see that. It takes like 5 or 10 minutes via like a not Uber but a Grab or a taxi. It takes like 5 or 10 minutes if you're staying in Da Nang Metro, right? So you should be cool. So there's another clip I wanted to show you guys as well. Let me see. I think this is of the Golden Bridge. Let me see. Nope, my bad. That's the next clip. So this is the clip of one of the museums as well. This is I can't remember what it was, man. But this was. Let me actually get the name of the museum while this is playing. So yeah, this museum here, it showed like the history of the Cham people. Cham Museum. I'm just searching it on behind the scenes. Museum in Da Nang. So yeah, that's the Da Nang Museum of Cham sculptures. This is okay. So I'm a different type of traveler. Like I like going to museums and art installations and stuff like that. I'm kind of a nerd for history too. So this kind of does it all. So they had all these different types of handmade sculptures inside of the museum, and there was nobody there. That was the best part. Like nobody goes here, like no locals go here. It's just like a tourist attraction, but it's for a special type of tourist, someone that likes to go to history, right? They like to really watch history, and this is me babbling and talking, but you guys can see like the sculptures, those are all handmade. You can see the detail that they have in the sculptures. And this is not like that fake stuff that you see like made in China and stuff like that. This is handmade and it's in a museum. It's literally like you can go up and touch it, but you're not supposed to, right? But it was really amazing to see how detailed some of these things were, knowing how old some of these figures are. They're hundreds, if not 1,000+ years old, and they're still preserved to this day. So that really like, that's what I like. And those are the types of things that I do when I travel. So the Museum of the Cham people, or sorry, what was it called? It was called the Da Nang Museum of Cham Sculpture. I liked it. It's a recommend, and the tickets are only like $3 to get into there. So if you are going to Da Nang, put that on your list as well. So let's see. I was actually thinking in a couple of weeks to check it out, Jehovah. Yeah, man. I think they're over the monsoon season now, so I think the weather is actually great. That's one of the things I disliked is that literally the day that I was about to leave to go to South Korea, the weather became clear. It was 73 degrees, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect weather, not a cloud in the sky. The sun was shining. You can see all the way down the beach. And I was like, yo, am I leaving on the best day in Da Nang? Should I just extend my trip? Am I stupid? Like, what's going on? Like, I could literally go out and record more content at this point, right? So, yeah, that's a good time to go, man, as far as the weather's concerned. That's one thing you really want to watch out for, at least during this time period in Southeast Asia, is the weather, because they will get the floods and my prayers go out to the people that the lives were lost, families impacted by the floods in Southeast Asia, right? Thailand, Vietnam, Burma, Myanmar, all those countries. Prayers go out to y'all and y'all family, whoever was impacted by that, because it was devastating floods, man. All right. This next clip I want to show from Da Nang is literally, this is the must-do thing. I'm going to make a dedicated video for this place. It is a place called Ba Na Hills. So Ba Na Hills, it's most famous for the golden bridge, right? It has the hands holding a golden bridge. I'm going to show you guys right now. Nope. This one right here. This one right here. We do it live. So this is literally a must do when you go to Da Nang. It is, oh my gosh, getting up there, as you guys will see in the vlog, getting up there is absolutely wild. So you have to take, okay, first of all, you have to get a grab, or if you book a ticket with like transfers that will pick you up or whatever, cool, you get there. Then you have to take a bus for like 3 minutes, and then you get to the main entrance of the park, because it's technically a theme park. It's once you get there, you gotta either buy your cable car ticket or you prepay it. I always recommend prepaying for cable car tickets if you can. It's about $30 separately. And when you go to buy these cable car tickets, you have to take the cable car for like 30 to 45 minutes. So it's a 30-minute ride up, right? Bro, we're getting spammed in the chat, bro. Yo, Kick is going crazy. Yeah, I gotta block these dudes. My bad, guys. They just disrupting the show. All right, so yeah, you take the cable car, 30 minutes one way, and you get to the second portion, and that's where this the Golden Bridge is. So I had purchased tickets to go on the roller coaster, and unfortunately, due to the weather, I wasn't able to go. So I may find a YouTube video or whatnot to kind of show you guys and illustrate what the roller coaster experience is like. But the first stop that you make with the cable car is for the Golden Bridge. And then if you want to go even further, there's another cable car that's like 15 minutes. And I think if you buy the buffet, which preemptively I'm telling you guys, do not get the buffet offered with these tickets to Banna Hills. The buffet is not worth it. And it's a hell of a trek to go all the way up there to go to the Four Seasons. That's way at the top. And the buffet is literal ASS, bro. It's literal ASS. And when I got to the buffet, I was like, I came all this way, rushed all this way for some stupid food, man. The international buffet. They offer international and an Indian buffet. Don't do the international buffet, or don't do the buffet at all. They have food up there. But you guys can see the vibes up here from the Golden Bridge as I go on my rant. But it was literally the most beautiful experience ever, man. Look like this is real. This is actually real. I thought like seeing it on Instagram, seeing it on YouTube was going to be like fake, and like it was going to be super small, pause. But I got up there, I was like, yo, you can actually touch the hands. Like they're huge hands, pause. And it's a real great experience because you're so up high. You're literally almost up there with the clouds. And it's such somebody, I don't know if he recognized me or is some random guy, but it was just such an experience to be up there, man. It was super cold. So if you go up there, bring a jacket. Even if it's hot down at sea level, bring a jacket when you go here. It's going to be cold regardless. But man, was it one of the most gorgeous experiences ever, man. If you bring in somebody with you, if you bring in sand to the beach, go to Banna Hills and you guys take pictures together, or you can propose to your girl up there or whatever. This will be a perfect spot because nobody else is proposing to people up here. I haven't seen any proposals up there at all. And let me see what this clip is. Oh yeah. This is the other one too. So yeah, Banna Hills, guys. Banna Hills is something you should take note of. And this is crap. What was this? Damn, man. I was just there. The hills in Da Nang. I forgot the name of it, man. Shoot. My bad, guys. I was supposed to have all this stuff together already, so my bad, man. It is shoot. The mountains, right? The Marble Mountains. My brain just farted right now, man. Had a brain fart. So, the Magic Mountains. This is another place that you guys have to go. Have to go. And you can do all of the stuff in Da Nang in like 3 to 4 days. So I wouldn't recommend staying longer than 4 days unless you want to just chill on the beach, because outside of the stuff that I'm mentioning now, you really have nothing else to do. And I got a couple of expert tips for you guys that like hip hop music, because when you go out there, you're going to figure out that the hip hop music scene is not apparent. It's hidden. And I'm going to tell you guys a couple of places to go towards the end of the stream, if you love hip hop and you go to Da Nang, those are the places to hang out. So I'll let you guys know in the towards the end of the stream. But this is one of the caves in the Magic Mountains. So you have to also take an elevator up here. But once you get in, they have a lot of different caves, like underground caves, that have some historical significance. So let me see if I can find some info about it so I can let you guys know what it is. So it is it's a cluster of 5 marble and limestone hills located in Da Nang. The 5 mountains are named after the 5 elements: Kim, Tui, Mak, Hua, and Do. That is I'll find out a little bit more information about that, man. So it is let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna just leave the research to y'all, man, because just being here and the Osmo, I don't know how good it is at shooting in like this type of light. It was dark. It was really, really dark. And I'm surprised it picked this up, but you guys see this here. So once I color grade this footage and put it into a vlog and add all the stuff that I need to it, it's going to look fly. So this is the inside of one of the major mountains that you guys should see. And there is also a separate experience that you could pay outside of this that I would recommend going to if you have time. I was really crunched for time because this was one of the only good weather days that I could really go and explore, and it was raining still. But this is they had a separate experience that you go to that it has like the larger cave. I forget what it was called, but let me find it right now. So the largest cave. So this is for my people that are going to Da Nang. These are the places to go. Like, this is it. This is all they got. This is all they got for tourists. So it is the Huen Kong Cave. That is one of the most impressive caves. And I think, no, that's actually the cave that's on the footage here. The cave that has the separate experience is the Amfu Cave, or known as the Hell Cave. I would recommend going to see that. I heard that's a really good place to go as well. But you guys can see the vibes in here. They have all this spiritual stuff set up. You know, I believe Vietnam is more of a Buddhist country. So they have all of this stuff set up inside the cave. Y'all will have to experience it. Like, the video doesn't do it justice, but this is just to encourage you guys to go visit Da Nang, man. And not to mention, we had a collaboration, man. We had a collaboration in Da Nang. I'm trying to make sure I get this stuff straight here before I show you guys. Let me see. Let me do that. So we had a collaboration with another content creator out there by the name of BMT. Let me see if I have any other clips to show you guys. Okay, this is another Golden Bridge clip. Yo, I'm getting old, man. I'm looking at the gray hairs on this video. Okay, so let's go to the web browser. All right, so shout out to BMT, because he didn't have to do this, right? He didn't have to feature me on his channel. He has about 30,000 subscribers, and this is a wild like frame to freeze it at. But he got me in a couple of the videos on his channel, and I just want to shout out to him. He definitely he made my trip a little bit better, because I was honestly going to go back to Thailand and like be there for the rest of my time that I was supposed to be in Da Nang, and just fly back to Da Nang to go to South Korea. But he saved my trip low key. He doesn't know that. He doesn't even know that. But he saved my trip because I was going to go back, because I did not have the best experience in Da Nang. And it wasn't like the people or anything wrong with that. It was the weather and just the lack of availability of certain resources. So in one of my live streams, I was like, yo, it's almost impossible to withdraw cash with a foreign card in Da Nang, at least. I'm not going to say for all Vietnam, but at least for Da Nang, I had to search far and wide for an ATM that accepted an American debit card. They have a lot of ATMs, but not all of them will work with American debit cards. And that was one of my main gripes because a lot of the food places in Da Nang only take cash. So if you only take cash and you can't get cash, how do you like move around the city and be a tourist? You have to be able to get cash. And that was one of my main gripes. And this video from BMT, guys, make sure you go like it and go subscribe to BMT's channel. He interviewed me about how I got my chain snatched in Bangkok. You guys can go watch that or whatever, this video here. But I got a whole bunch of flack for like how it happened. I'm like, I had no control over it. But yeah, you guys can see me here.
But as far as physical looks, Thailand wins. Vietnam has more fair-skinned women, and I myself like more of a...
I was sick too, man. I was really sick on that trip because of the weather change. But shout out to BMT. He also did another video as well with me on Pop the Balloon. This one was crazy. This one was really, really funny. So I'll give you guys a chance to watch the whole video here. Yeah, I was on Pop the Balloon if y'all didn't know. And yeah. And then we moved to another location and we talked about modern dating as well. That's just some of the stuff that we discussed. So you guys have to go watch the full video on BMT's channel. I'm not going to play it here because it's technically his content, but go subscribe to his channel and go support, man. Let's see. I think I can give my final verdict on Da Nang. So since I gave you guys like everything when it comes to, I gave you everything when it comes to like what to do, what to expect if you happen to book your trip among the monsoon season. Don't expect great weather. Don't do that. Book in a better season if you can afford it, right? Da Nang it may not be for everybody. If you don't like the modern conveniences, ample English proficiency, and just man, it's really hard to describe. More of a urban vibe. I want to say it like that. Yeah. More of an urban vibe. Da Nang may not be for you, especially if you're a solo traveler. Like I spoke to another solo traveler from Chicago. Shout out to her. She said, just give Da Nang a chance. And with what she said, and also with BMT being there, they kind of saved my trip because I told you guys, I was literally going to go back to Thailand, book my flight and leave some of my stuff there in Da Nang because I had an Airbnb that was paid for the whole time I was there. And I was going to go back to Thailand, man, because I had a way better time in Thailand. The English proficiency was better. I can get cash anywhere. The majority of the places took card, so I wouldn't have to really use cash. And just the ability to enjoy myself in Thailand was like up here. And Da Nang was, for me, was like right here. And it was just due to those factors, just not being very tourist friendly, at least aimed towards Americans. And if you are American, you may want to just taper your expectations when you do happen to visit Da Nang because of the factors of not being able to get cash. Not a lot of people speak English. And just the overall, they're not ready. The infrastructure is not ready, in my opinion, to host American tourists as a whole. If you are a traveler and you're an experienced traveler, and that's like your type of speed is to like just chill and relax if the weather is good and not really have to care about going out and going to party, Da Nang may be for you. Or if you bring somebody with you, you bring a +1 with you, y'all can just chill and relax. Because Da Nang, Vietnam in general, is extremely affordable. That is the one thing that I loved about Vietnam, is that it was extremely affordable. And you literally could have a lobster, steak, shrimp, all that in one meal and spend $40 to $50. And if you have that same meal over here in the States, you spending $200, bro. You spending $200. If you got a +1, bro, you spending half a rack, bro. You spending half a G on dinner. If that was back here in the States. But if you spend USD, or if you make USD and you spend the foreign currency out there, you're going to have a much better experience than if you were to go to almost any other country other than like the Philippines, right? But that's the one thing that Vietnam, I would 100% go back just to enjoy the cost of living. And a lot of people move to Vietnam for that singular reason. And I met a few expats out there that actually moved from Thailand to Vietnam. I should have got them on an interview. I don't know what I was thinking, but maybe we'll get them on the channel later on, virtually, so they can tell you guys his story at least. They were like, "Yo, they were like, yo, Thailand's getting expensive." He was like, "Yo, I moved out to Vietnam because it was just cheaper. Like I could still afford." He said he could have still afford Thailand, but Vietnam is just a lot cheaper, and it's almost right next door. It's like a 90-minute flight. But yeah. I would definitely 100% encourage you guys to visit Da Nang, or at least Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, at least one of those cities, right? At least one of the major cities in Vietnam. Go visit those. Da Nang, I don't know, man. It may not be for everybody. It wasn't for me, to be honest with you. It wasn't for me. But let's transition over. We've been on for about 30 minutes. Let's transition over to South Korea. So I was only in South Korea for 24 hours. However, in those 24 hours, I was awake for about 18 of those hours. And trust me, I maximized the amount of time I had for my layover. Okay. So I was flying back Korea Airlines back to the States. And I had a choice between a short layover in Seoul or a 24-hour layover in Seoul. I selected the 24-hour layover in Seoul because I had never been there before. One of the things you want to go to, if you happen to be in Seoul, either for 24 hours on a layover, because a lot of people do fly Korean, or you happen to want to go there and visit for a longer period of time, I recommend 1 to 2 activities that I did personally. I happened to meet a South Korean in Vietnam, and he told me where to go. He told me where to go. Let me tell y'all. He told me to go to an area called Hongdae. Hongdae. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all real quick, man. Hongdae. Let me see if I can find it. Hongdae. This place, this area of South Korea, this is where you go to party. This is the place where you go to party. Let me tell y'all, man. I landed at like 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. And I didn't get out of the hotel because I checked in at like 11, right? Because I had to take the train. They have a great public transit system in South Korea. Like literally amazing. So I got to the hotel, left the hotel around 12:30, took an Uber down to Hongdae. I was expecting it to be dead. And I was walking around and I was like, yo, it's really dead. There's nobody out here. It's just a couple of people walking around. I'm like, okay, it's cold. Ain't nobody here. The place I was supposed to go was like a chicken and beer spot, right? That was closed. And I was like, you know what, this is a L. I got to go back to my hotel. And then something said to me, I'm like, maybe I should just keep walking. So I keep walking. And then I get to a street or part of the street where there's nothing but clubs. When I tell you guys, it's like 1 to 2 blocks of nothing but clubs, and they are all hip hop clubs, bro. And I was looking around, I'm like, there's no black people here. How are they hip hop clubs? I was like, I gotta find out what type of music they're playing, who's in these clubs. And I went in, and I was flabbergasted, bro, because I was unk at the club. Bro, I went into the club and I was unk at the club. For people that don't know what unk means, that means I was quite possibly the oldest guy in the club, bro. And I was like, oh my gosh. And they were playing good music though. The music was good. They were playing Eminem. They were playing like D12. They were playing J. Cole. Of course, they're playing Drake. He's worldwide. But I got in the club. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, ain't none of these people got gray hairs. I'm the only person with gray hair, and I'm older than the bartenders and the security. So I was like, okay, I can hang out here, or I can just bar hop, right? I can just club hop. So it's about, I think, 10,000 won to get in. I don't know how much 10,000 won is. I think it's, how much is 10,000? Shoot, let me do the conversion so I can let y'all know, man, because this is real. This is a real experience, man. It was crazy. 10,000, what is that? South Korea. Okay, $6 to get into the club, right? $6.79. And I was just flabbergasted at, of course, like the cost, right, of everything. Because South Korea, you would think will be a very expensive city, or Seoul will be a very expensive city. But this street, Hongdae Street, is more tailored towards college age students. And I didn't know. I didn't know until I walked in. And I walked in, I was like, yo, this is a great experience. And crazy enough, y'all, I met two Korean dudes. Shout out to y'all. They were like, oh, you're American? Where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm from Las Vegas, but I'm originally from Detroit. And they were like, oh no, you gotta come hang with us tonight. I'm like, I was like, bruh. Two random dudes? I'm like, nah, I don't roll that way, bro. And I was like, and they were like, no, just come with us. We're not like that. I was like, okay, all right, that's cool. So these two random Korean dudes at the time tell me, just come with me. And they took me to like 3 to 4 different spots in the area. I forgot what they were because I was a little intoxicated. Forgive me for that. But it was all on that one street of all the clubs. And they just walked in for free. And I walked in with them because they were charging everybody in the club or to get into the club. And they just walked in for free. I was like, yeah, I'm with them, man. Hey, I was like, yeah, let me let me attach to their clout and just walk into the club. And every single club we went to was popping, either with pop music or hip hop. There was one club that was playing like Bruno Mars, like back to back, and I was like, nah, I don't. I was like, fuck. I don't really want to hear Bruno Mars like that. But it was a great experience. It was a really, really great experience, and I didn't expect that, right? Because I was totally expecting this to be like an L. And after I left there, I went to go get pizza, and I met a group of people from, what is it, Spain? Two of them were from Spain, and one of them was from the Philippines, which was a wild combo. I'm like, how did y'all meet each other? And the guy from the Philippines knew fluent Spanish. And they were like, yeah, let's go party. I'm like, bruh, I look at my watch, it's like 4 a.m. They were like, yo, let's go party. I was like, bro, it's 4 a.m. What are you talking about? It's past my bedtime, bro. My bedtime's at 9 p.m. sharp. It's 4 a.m. So they're like, yo, let's go to this Latin club. And I was like, oh, Latin music? Oh man, I'm down. Cause I'm like, there's no way they play Latin music in a place that has no Latin people. There's no way. That, of course, we tried to go there. That place is closed. And at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, almost 5 o'clock, we decided to go to like a 24-hour photo booth in freaking South Korea. And I wish I had got a video of this, man. I was so intoxicated. I didn't think to capture any content. And I was taking photos with complete strangers at 4:30 in the morning in South Korea. And I had not been to sleep yet. And I was like, what am I doing here, bro? So I always do it to network because you never know. You may come back to Seoul and see these people again. So I networked with them or whatever, and I went back to my Airbnb or to my hotel. And when I woke up, I went to bed, woke up, got ready, went to the mall. That's one of the best things I love about Asia. I love about Latin America is that the malls, like the mall is a place to be. Like I know in the U.S. the malls are dying, but in Southeast Asia or Asia in general and Latin America, malls are the place to be. They are popping. They have everything you would need in a mall. So I went to one of the most prestigious malls in South Korea. I think it was called Sex. No. What is it? What was it called, bro? What was it called? Let me Mall in Seoul. Mall near Seoul. I forgot what it was called, bro. I'm so dumb. But we'll find it. We'll find it. And I got a video of it, which is why I'm researching it for you guys. Shoot. What is the library? The library mall. It'll make sense in a second. 1 second. My bad. Library mall in Seoul. The Starfield Library or the COEX Mall. Let me just show you. This is a place you guys need to go when you go to South Korea or Seoul. This place here. They have a library inside the mall. And this was possibly the most incredible viewing experience ever because it didn't look like this. They had it decorated for Christmas already. Okay? So I think I live streamed this too. If I'm not mistaken, I did live stream this. Let me move myself up. But I got some great footage, man, to show y'all. This here, man. They had it decorated for Christmas and it was the most beautiful thing ever, bro. This was incredible. And they were all real books. They weren't just like placeholder books. They were real books. Every single book there is real. And it was in all four corners of this atrium here. And it was 2 levels. And it was all decorated for Christmas. So it looked entirely different from what you guys saw on the Google Maps. This place was spectacular. This is a 100% must-see in Seoul. Even if you're only there for a few hours, make your way to the mall and visit this library. This is such an incredible, like your eyeballs won't even comprehend how beautiful it is. And this is just the raw footage I got from my Osmo Pocket. But bro, this place surprised me so much because I had heard so much about it on like TikTok, Instagram, or whatever. And I was like, man, you know what? Some stupid books in a mall. Now, how good can it be? And then I got here and I see it. And it's like seeing something that has been like talked about and hyped up, and it actually lives up to the hype. So go to COEX Mall and go to the library section of it, and it will blow your mind. I don't know how you can check out books, to be completely honest. I'm like, I don't know how to check out books in South Korea. I mean, nobody's really checking the books out at all. They're just taking pictures for the gram and everything, flicking it up. But in all actuality, I don't know how useful it is as an actual library. Like, can you actually do like research? Can you do research here? I don't think so. I think it's just all for display, but it's beautiful. It is so beautiful, man. The video, the live stream, the upcoming vlog, it just won't do it justice. You guys have to just see it for yourself. The scale is absolutely insane. It's literally like 4 or 5 stories high. It may look like it's not that large. It's really high. It's really, really high. And it's an incredible experience, man. I highly suggest anybody who is everybody to go to this mall. This is incredible, man. After this, I went to go to Shake Shack. I know, American food in Asia. Got Shake Shack, looked at my watch. I'm like, oh shit, my flight is in like 2 hours. So I had to go back to my hotel and get my baggage and not run, but I was nervous to be on time for this flight. And I literally had enough time to go through security, passport control, and I was able to get at the gate right when they were just about to call for boarding. And I literally called that the 24-hour maximized itinerary. for Seoul, South Korea, and I may make like a survival guide for my people that have the 24-hour layover or a shorter layover, because Seoul, South Korea is so worth it to visit, and the public transport system makes it very easy to visit if you're on a layover. You know how some cities that don't have public transport from the airport, it's very expensive and very cumbersome to visit places within the city if you have a longer layover. But Seoul is a great city for a layover. Okay. Do we have any additional questions about either Da Nang? I guess I can take questions for like Vietnam in general and Seoul, South Korea, and things to do in those two particular cities or countries. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. In the chat, man. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes and kick it with y'all for a bit. See if I got anything else to check out. We can check out the BMT video. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about Southeast Asia in general, including South Korea, let me know in the chat.
Of a melanated Asian. So I
Oh man, see this is the best. Like it was so loud in the city that the microphone, it was barely picking up my voice. It's crazy.
To her, but overall, nah, don't come here for the women. Come here for the great weather when it is great, and come here for the landscapes and tourist attractions. So that's it.
Do you think it's a possibility that maybe you should go to like maybe Saigon or what was it, Ho Chi Minh City? Yeah.
I would say go to those cities if you really want to.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for dropping that like.
To go and find like a woman for yourself, because the bigger cities are going to obviously attract the more good-looking women because they can make more money being bartenders, being bottle girls or whatever. So I would go to the larger cities, but here, don't come here if you're a solo traveler, man. That's my biggest thing I want to convey to you guys.
And what do you do to afford to be able to go overseas for months at a time?
Yeah, so I do a whole bunch of things. So I have a day job, and I work for a cell phone company for my day job, and I also do real estate, and I'm a real estate investor. Mm-hmm. And of course, I do content creation as well, which you guys will see on my channel. But I do a combo of that allows me to stay abroad for months at a time.
Yo, the beach of life, bro. Yes. So even though I had my gripes about Da Nang because of the weather and the troubles of me trying to get cash out of the ATM, overall, I had a very good experience, man. And there was a place that I liked that played hip hop music. I'm going to drop it in a second. And it's not really promoted out there. It's more of like an EDM scene out there. And trust me, they got a lot of places where you can go enjoy EDM and not a lot of places where you can go and enjoy hip hop. So yeah, I'm going back as well, man. I have to give Da Nang another shot because I saw how Da Nang is supposed to be literally the day that I was leaving. And I was like, yo, it is beautiful here. And I was like, fuck, I'm leaving on the last, my last day is literally on the best day weather-wise. And I was so torn. I was like, yo, should I just stay here and just say, I'm just not going to come back to the US and not go to this wedding that I'm supposed to attend, and just say, hey guys, my flight got delayed and I had to stay in Asia. All those thoughts came through my brain. I was like, yo, Da Nang is beautiful. It is a very, very beautiful city on a great weather day, man. And before any more of y'all click out of the live stream, I want to drop this spot for y'all. It is called Mad City in Da Nang. In Da Nang. And I have to edit the short for this bar here. So you can see they have literally posters of Tupac. Let me see if I can move this over. I don't know if I can move over. They have Snoop Dogg right there, Tupac, Eminem, Biggie, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and they were playing hip hop. And I was just walking. I discovered it by accident, actually. So I actually took BMT to this place too. And me and him were just hanging out, kicking it. And the girl that I had met prior from Chicago, shout out to her, we all were just like kicking it at the Mad City. And then that's where we met the expat that moved from Thailand to Vietnam. So we were just four, you know, melanated people, and it was just us at the bar because it was like later in the day. And they do have a DJ earlier in the evening, but shout out to the bar crew there. They really took care of us. They had hookah, they had great drinks, like really like top-notch prepared drinks. They weren't that expensive. They were like maybe like $7 or $8 USD. And the hookah was like $30 USD. I'm like, it's a little bit on the expensive side for Vietnam, but I get it. So I was just there smoking hookah, having good drinks, talking to BMT, talking to the expat, talking to the girl from Chicago, just having a really good time, man. But this place is a good place to go. I recommend it. They have food. They have great drinks. Of course, the hookah's right there. But this spot here, I discovered by accident playing hip hop. I heard the hip hop. I was like, yo, that's my music. Because I thought the night was going to be an L because I had went to like 2 to 3 different other spots. I went to Phong New Club. Oh, I hate this. I didn't like this place. Phong New Club. Yeah, it's called New Oriental Nightclub. It's called New Phong Dong. Yo, these names are funny. This place was all EDM, and it was not the EDM that we're used to back here in the States, where it has like a nice melody, it has a bass drop, it has like it just sounds good to the ears, right? Even though there's like no type of like lyrics or anything attached to it. Here, it was like that noise EDM, like that like that all night long. And I was only in there for like 10 minutes. But the customer service was top notch. They literally walked me to a seat at the bar and opened the menu for me, shined the light on the menu so I can pick a drink. And they made the drink and it was really good, but the music just wasn't for me. But if you guys are into that type of EDM, New Phong Dong or New Oriental Nightclub is a spot that you may want to check out. And I went to a beach club and they were playing EDM as well. And I was like, oh, bro. I was like, man, I need some hip hop in my life. So I was just walking around, getting lost like I usually do in a new city, in a new country. And I heard some hip hop and I was like, yo, that's my spot. Let's go to the hip hop. And that's how we discovered Mad City. That's how I discovered it. So let's see. Any more questions, guys? Yeah. The Beach of Life. Yeah, it's a good value for the money, in my opinion. It is, bro. It really, really is. I would say Vietnam. You could honestly go there with a modest USA salary. You could go there with like a remote job, making like $15 an hour. You can go there with a remote job and do visa runs. You can live extremely comfortably. Extremely comfortably. There was an expat that I met. His rent is $400 a month. $400 a month to live in Metro, in like the actual like city. Cause I hung out with them like, no, we actually didn't. We actually didn't hang out because of the weather. But he was like, yo, I'm only like 5 minutes away from like the thick of Da Nang for $400. And I was like, yo, that's cheaper than my first apartment here in Las Vegas. And you're living literally in a beach town.
And not really have to worry about bills.
Okay, so you mentioned that you just trying to like get out the States.
Yeah.
Why don't you like, you know, enjoy living in America no more?
So I believe America is still one of the best countries in the world when it comes to making money and the ability to create a business. It's very easy. But as far as the quality of life, that was my main gripe. So I wanted to really have a better quality of life. And I looked abroad. First, I was looking at Mexico to kind of relocate to because I am a resident of Mexico. But I wanted to explore Southeast Asia to kind of figure out if this is going to be the spot that I want to have either a home base or a second home or third home at. And so far, I can really see myself living in Thailand, to be honest with you, because
Thailand got my heart, man. Thailand got my heart. Thailand has 100% of my heart, man. There's no other place like it. I can't wait. I can't wait to tomorrow morning's stream. Man, that one, y'all got to tune in for that one, man. The one that's wrapping up the Thailand trip with my boys that I met out there, I'm still cool with right now. That's gonna be on the live stream with me, bruh. Y'all better got to Thailand, man. If y'all haven't been, if y'all have not been.
I think it was a great first date, and after that, I
popped the balloon.
Characteristics in women in the U.S. And we are unable to find it. However, when we do actually find that unicorn, we try to like covet it, right? Because we think that women in the West are all 100% cooked, but that is far from the truth. So there are a few unicorns out there, and you have to really work hard in order to find them. Otherwise, you got to go to the East. You got to go to Asia. You got to go to Latin America. That's where you will find women that we would desire in abundance, rather than being in the States where it's absolutely cooked. And there's no debate on it, right? There's been conclusive proof that dating in America or in the West, period, is completely cooked. Feminism.
Hey, man, you guys better go to BMT's channel, man, and watch the rest of that, because that was like off the top of the dome. Like, there was nothing like planned, because I didn't even know he was going to be recording me there, right? He was just like, yo, let's meet up and kick it for a bit. And he was like, yeah, let's just do an interview real quick. I'm like, okay, cool. And that was straight off the dome when it comes to like this dating stuff, man, because I would consider myself like well informed of how dating works in the real world, right? People will say that I'm red pill or red pill aware or whatever. I just can identify patterns when it comes to dating, and I just said it all here, or I summarized it really well and really succinctly here. But in general, I'm very informed about how dating works in the real world. And yes, I agree with myself that dating in the West is cooked unless you are a man of higher value or higher status. So that's essentially what this entire video was about. It's 9 minutes long. It's a really good listen. I may drop some knowledge that you go, damn, 9K. I'm like, damn, 9K views? Bruh. Cut that check, BMT. Cut the check. 2.7. Okay. But yeah, you guys go support BMT, man. That's the homie for sure. And I met BMT through Travelversity, through Ja from Travelversity. His YouTube channel is amazing as well. So shout out to Ja, shout out to BMT. These guys, like, I love the travel space, man. We are a family. As long as you're not crashing out and being reckless on the internet, we are a family, and I'm glad that we stick together. And I love my guys, man. Like, those are my guys for sure. And Zoom to Thailand as well. Shout out to Richie Mack. Like, those guys really, really hold the travel space kind of together. And I love the partnerships that we have, man. And the communication is amazing as well. Okay, I think I've yapped enough, man. Y'all got any last minute questions? Comments, concerns? Because we've been on for an hour talking about Da Nang and Seoul, South Korea, and how I got rejected on Pop the Balloon. And it can be about anything, man. I'll stay on for just a couple more minutes. Just a couple more minutes and kick it with y'all. A couple more minutes for y'all.
It offers a better quality of life and the affordability aspect as well. Okay. And let me see, the last country, for sure, Thailand was the last country. And in Thailand, I can see myself living in 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now you didn't mention Vietnam. What about Vietnam?
Oh, man, come on, man. Listen, I love Vietnam for what it is. Mm-hmm. I love the Vietnamese people. It's just a lot of roadblocks and barriers for people to not only come and visit, but it's also a lot more difficult for people to come and try to live here, because the visa process, and I mentioned this on my channel as well, you have to wait like 7 or 8 working days for a visa to come through. And if
that's the visa, oh man, how did I skip over that? Let me talk about that really quickly, man. It'll just be a second. Like, trust me, it's not going to be long, and I'm pretty long-winded sometimes. I get it. I know. The visa process for Vietnam is not difficult. It's just compared to Thailand, it's a little bit more cumbersome. And I understand that they have their own bureaucracy when it comes to laws and letting tourists in, especially from America because of the history. But damn, man, in 2025, 7 to 8 working days, and you require the visa to be printed out on actual printer paper in 2025 and it not be digital like the majority of other more developed countries or developing countries. It's kind of ridiculous. But you know what? You have to do what you have to do.
You mess up one little aspect of your visa, like a date, or you don't put your correct name, you have a misspelling somewhere, it's going to screw you up. And I don't like to compare Vietnam to Thailand, but people always want us to. But Thailand is so easy. They have the digital QR code, and you can do the visa instantly, and you can stay for 90 days in Thailand. But they have been kind of cracking down on like visa runs. But overall, Vietnam is just so many additional roadblocks that you don't see in Thailand. And it's just a lot easier to get cash. So
I'm not gonna play the whole video, but I did want to hit on that there's a new update for tourists visiting Thailand when it comes to visas and the visa runs. I don't know if y'all know this. I got this straight from Reddit maybe like a couple hours ago. Let me see if I can actually pull it up for y'all so y'all can see it, because I have it on my phone, but I didn't send it. So my bad. Shoot. But this is super important, man, for people that want to visit Thailand or you live in Thailand. Thailand tourist visa update. This is super duper important, man. 2025 Reddit. Shoot, I don't know if I can find it. Damn, man. Hey, I'm gonna try to find it real quick. So just bear with me for 1 second, y'all. This is super important information I wanted to get out to you guys. Shoot. What was the subreddit? It was in the Passport Bros subreddit. Oh, man. Whatever. I'm going to just read it for y'all. Okay. It says, "Dear tourists, we would like to inform you regarding the exception of tourist visa regulations. Please review the following guidelines carefully to ensure a smooth travel experience." So keep in mind, this is for Thailand. For 2025, if you have completed one exception for a tourist visa in 2025, you may complete one additional visa run within the same year and receive a 60-day stamp. 60 days. If you already have completed 2 or more exceptions for a tourist visa in 2025, no further visa runs will be permitted until the end of the year. In 2026, so just over a month from now, in January 2026, all visa run histories will be reset. So that's great. You will be able to complete 2 consecutive exceptions for for tourist visas, each providing a 60-day stamp. So you only get 2 tourist visas in 1 year in Thailand. After those 2 uses, you must leave Thailand or apply for a long-term visa like an education DTV or tourist visa, single or multiple. Bro, they only next year, if they keep those rules, and a lot of these YouTubers that live in Thailand full time and don't have a long-term visa, y'all are cooked. They may have to find a different route to go. I would say the DTV is the easiest way, because if you're a content creator, you should have an LLC set up for your YouTube channel, and you can use that LLC as your business to qualify for the DTV visa. So if you're smart about it, you can get the DTV and be good. But if you ignore these rules and you try to come back to Thailand or you overstay your visa, you're going to be cooked, bro. So we may see a large decrease of content creators in Thailand is what I predict, if they don't get a longer term visa, because 120 days in total, so 60 and 60, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all better go to Vietnam. Y'all better move to Vietnam, bro. I don't know, man. Let's get that longer term visa. If you don't qualify for it, figure out a way to qualify for it, because there's a way to do it. All right. We've been on for long enough, man. I don't see any additional questions in the chat. I think that's it, man. All right, guys. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Tomorrow's live stream at 9:30 a.m. I may have to push it back to 9:45 just to account for CP time. I love those guys, by the way. I love those guys that we're going to have on the channel tomorrow. But I may push it back to 9:45 just to account for CP time, and it's going to be lit because I'm gonna have clips from Pattaya and from Bangkok that I have not put on the channel yet, that I plan to put in future vlogs. It's going to be lit. It's going to be a lit live stream, man. So y'all better tune in tomorrow at 9:30, 9:45 a.m. PST, West Coast, U.S. time. It's going to be a lit one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and y'all have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jay. The YouTube channel is called Tripping with Jay. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening and or day, depending on where y'all at. And yeah, you're welcome, bro. Yeah, people need to know about that one, man. They're going to be cooked if they live in Thailand full time. But I see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you tune in, man. Come with y'all questions too, because we're going to have 2 additional people to answer those questions for you guys. And we're going to talk about the fight in Pattaya. All right, y'all. Peace.
It's not a game, it's a